Hello and welcome to Auburn, Alabama. What a night for college football, one of the most intimidating places in the entire sport. Jordan-Hare Stadium as the Tigers of Auburn are set to tee it up for another campaign. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Seminoles will kick it off to get us underway. Fair catch called for and made. The offense set for a first down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man on the right. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Looking to throw, it Suggs. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, he finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often. And he picks up the big game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive game.
They'll run the option. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coaches loving that.
Here comes the option. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Here's the handoff. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to give them.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. This guy can throw it. Looking for a big gain. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Florida State. He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it sucks. Throwing right. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Quick strike complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Phil's a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to NC State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Buys a little extra time. He'll get rid of it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Slithers into space. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Auburn 15, Florida State 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Getting some... And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They'll go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking down the middle. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Good, solid tackle.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's
got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Dropping back, it's Suggs. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He looks that one in nicely. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense. And you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
To the ground with the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
On second down, wants to throw it. Looking deep. And it's caught inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Noles!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to throw, it's Suggs. gets it out quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. Showing the arm straight down the left side.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dialing up a second down pass play. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
With the score, Auburn 22, Florida State 21.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll run it again. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He breaks a tackle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Smashes through.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, it sucks. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That's why you want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. It lets you beat a blitz. It lets you get a first down.
And that makes me think, do I want to blitz? How do I leave him open? Because they keep dumping it off to the running back and having success. I'm going to think twice about bringing the blitz. Nice read by the QB. Nice job by the running back getting some extra yards and get the first down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Now on the option. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion makes it a 2-possession game and a 9-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and you get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Got out of trouble and throws. They intercept it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
They'll leave it with him. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Auburn 30, Florida State 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Scanning the field, it sucks. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Tiger.
Yeah, the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Trying to get to him. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his second catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning right now.
And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Number 88 with the catch and score.
So, guys, that touchdown was huge, but they have to get the two here to make it a one-possession game. He wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Got the first down. Looking for more. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The option look. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They started this drive with a big play, but nothing since. Now staring at a 3rd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room.